Hello all, this is Vivek from SquareX. You might previously remember me from Pentester Academy and SecurityTube.net. So in this very short video, I want to introduce you to SquareX, something my team and I have been building over the past few months. So having been in cybersecurity for over 20 years, I myself always wanted such a product where I could be absolutely fearless online when browsing websites and opening files from unknown sources, whether it is on websites or via email. Now, of course, we are building a lot of robust security features into SquareX, but currently we have 3 which we are happy to unveil to all of you. So let's get started. So go to squarex.com and you have the option of either installing the Chrome extension or using the web application. Now I'll show you both. So let's actually first go ahead and install the Chrome extension. Click Add to Chrome, and this would add the extension. Now this little help just shows you that if you really wanted to use SquareX on an ongoing basis, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and pin it. Now after that, once you go ahead and open it up, now I've already signed in, so I'm going to sign out. So this is how this would look like, and then you can click on getting started and then decide to use single sign-on or email addresses or whatever you would want. So I'm going to go ahead, sign in, and as you can see now in the extension we have 3 sections: disposable browsers, file viewers, and email. Now, a disposable browser is really a cloud browser which is available to you and within which you can actually open up any suspicious website or link that you receive. And you can also do this from any one of these regions geographically. So here's a simple example. Let's say, let me start a disposable browser in Singapore, and within a couple of seconds you see a brand new browser in the cloud available. And this browser is running from our Singapore data center. So anything you access from within will have a Singapore IP address. Now, of course, you can go in and you can visit any site that you want. Now, because this is in a disposable environment in the cloud, even if the site does have any exploit, even a browser-based exploit for that matter, there's absolutely no way that you can get hacked. Now, additionally, what we've also done, especially if you use the browser extension, is if you are probably on any website, let's say, just search for hacker sites as an example, and you're seeing any link which you don't want to visit in your regular browser, you can just right click and say open in SquareX, and this automatically sends that website into the SquareX browser, right, in an absolutely seamless way. You can click on the menu over here. You can even go full screen. So now you can do whatever you want inside the disposable browser and go ahead and come back to your usual screen. Now we have built-in ad blockers and a host of other things which actually makes this super fast. At the very same time, as most of you technical folks have already figured out, because this remote browser runs in our data center, of course the perceived bandwidth that you get within is just crazy fast. So you can clearly see we have around 4 gigabits per second inside here, right? Even though your local bandwidth might be lesser. Now where this is helpful is if you're on a low bandwidth connection, you might be able to load a site super fast inside the disposable browser and then view it on your local system, which may have lower bandwidth. But overall, you'll actually see that you have a faster experience with respect to probably opening the same site on your local browser. So this is what we have with the disposable browser. Now we additionally have a disposable file viewer. Now many a times online when you're on a website or over email, you may go ahead and receive emails with attachments from unknown senders, like in this case, and you might be afraid to open it. So here's an example. Just going to refresh this page. We've received a bunch of emails, and we can clearly see this is probably like an unknown sender. And now what we could very simply do, rather than download this and open this locally and worry about getting infected by malware probably embedded inside this document, is you could just right click and say open in SquareX, and this creates a disposable container in the cloud and allows you to use and view the file within that. Now we are using open source tools like OnlyOffice, etc., which pretty much is fully compatible with Office documents and whatnot, and hence your experience is almost identical to what you would have gotten had you opened that locally using Microsoft Excel or any of the other proprietary tools. So literally, the disposable file viewer is your productivity file suite in the cloud, absolutely powered by open source technology. And once you're done viewing this, you could actually just go back here, say dispose. This disposes the file viewer, removes every single thing. And similarly, you could actually go back to the disposable browser and you can dispose that session as well. Now, when you do this, all session data, cookies, whatnot get absolutely trashed. The container is removed, and you could just go back and start a brand new one, which would be spun in a matter of seconds. So as you tech folks are probably already thinking, this should also keep you anonymous and private online, because your identity never gets tagged. Trackers who are probably trying to track your session unfortunately go off mark the moment you dispose and try to restart it. Okay, very quickly, the last feature which we have currently, disposable email. Now, this is probably available from a couple of other sources as well. We just felt that this was a nice little supplement to what we already have. So as a simple example, let's say you go to any website where you probably don't want to disclose your real identity. You could go in here, either generate a new email address, or if you have any preferences, you could click on edit, select one of these, and go ahead and create a custom email address. Copy it and go about using it wherever you probably don't want to disclose your primary email address. Now what we've done is we have full integration right here. So then you can go about clicking, copying out whatever code is required to enable the account, and then go about setting up your password and doing all of that. Right? So disposable emails also made that simple. So this is exactly how you'd use the extension. Now, I do understand many of you might in the very beginning feel like, installing an extension is too intrusive. Of course, this is an extension we created, so I'm super comfortable installing and using it. So if you do need a little bit of time to probably, get used to using the extension, you can alternately also use the web app. Now, the web app does not have any deep integration, but what it allows you to do is still open up a disposable browser, just like you did with the extension, file viewer and email. But of course, it automatically cannot integrate with your native browser, in which case, if you have to open a new link and all of that, we can't do it automatically. You'd have to copy and paste it inside. So feel free to choose whatever you're comfortable with, whether it's the Chrome extension or the Chrome extension or the web app. And let me know what you think. I'm going to be posting a lot of other videos as we progress and build new features, and looking forward to your support and encouragement, just like you guys have given me over the years. Yeah. Thank you and have fun.